So you don't need to miss this. So listen to this as this is a new banger. Hello, good people. Yes, I go by the name of the Datius. Welcome and welcome back to watch my videos. We are on part 2. So this is part 2. Welcome and welcome back. I really appreciate your support, guys. I love you guys. You're so amazing. Yes, guys, part 2. If you have a juice, you need to take the juice because you need to watch this video until the end because you will enjoy. And on this video I will introduce another song at the end. I introduce another song and you will go and the link is here down below. So after this you needed to click that link and listen to this song. You'll enjoy. And the other song I release them after we are done with this series about how my music career died. So yeah, on part 2. So we ended up when on part 1 we ended up when I met this guy from the Philippines. He was from the not Philippines, from Finland. He was from Finland, living in Tanzania. He gave me a ride and he gave me 20,000 shillings, Tanzanian shillings. And the third day I called him. We ended there at that part on part 1. And if you have not watched part 1, go and watch because there I introduced one song on that side. So you need to watch that video because you'll enjoy. So on this part 2, so let's proceed on day 3. I met this gentleman, and I will not mention his name here because our story didn't end well. So what happened on day 3? I met him. So this guy was like, oh, he asked me about my story because he wanted to know me. And even me, I explained to him, I'm this guy, I came out Dar es Salaam, blah blah blah, this is what happened, and now I'm born again. Because I introduced to him that I am born again. I am an electrician, so this is what happened. That boss is just like this. I can call him, and there we tried even to call him. Just he wanted to confirm if what I'm telling him is true. And I'm always in my life since back then. I chose to be a honest person, and maybe that's why people they really like me because I'm just honest. Either you kill me or not, I'll be honest to you. So, okay, we called that. Guy who was the engineer where I was just doing the wiring at that small factory. So that guy was like he didn't pick the call, and this gentleman from Finland, he was like, so that was, if the life is just like that, and here we always have masons just building, you know. He was like, just you can just come here and work and get money. So I was like, okay, it's a good deal. I can do that because even me, I was looking for any job. If I get an electrical job or I get maybe carrying concrete, just I wanted to do anything which will give me at least money so that I can survive here at Dar es Salaam. So this guy, he was like, okay, just come and let's work. So, oh sorry, I was trying to add the light so that you can see me clearly. Oh wow, so now I think the light is okay. So this guy, he introduced me to those mason, and then I was just going there carrying concrete, helping them, waiting for the day when he will start doing wiring on his house so that I can join the electrician, his electrician, so that we can do the wiring together. So when I was working there, he was like, you know what, I need someone who can guide this site because we have a lot of materials here, and I need someone who can guide this site. That site didn't have windows, and it didn't have doors, but inside there was a lot of cement, iron sheet, and that site didn't have the roof. So he said, I need someone who can guide this site. So I calculated like, I'm going back home. I couldn't even sleep well because I was so stressed. I don't have the job. I am born again. I didn't sign the contract with that band. So I was like, this opportunity, I can't leave it. I never been a watchman. And remember, in the next, I became also a garden boy at my church. So you need to watch this video till the end, guys. There is amazing stories here you will enjoy. So this guy, he was like, so I need someone who can guide this site. And I was like, hey, how much do you offer? He was like, I think we will talk. We will talk when he will be here. I was like, I'm the one. So I'm interested to do this job. I can do it. He was like, hey boy, you look young, and are you sure you can be a watchman? I was like, hey bro, right now I'm ready to do the work. Just give me the work and give me the instruction. What do you need? Is to guide this place? I'll guide this place. So he was okay, just do the job. So that guy, he was supposed to be paying me when just pay me per day. So he didn't have the salary. So I was just there. I could stay there a night, and then we come in the morning. He could pay me maybe 10,000 Tanzanian shillings, which is around 10,000 Tanzanian shillings is around how much? I want to say it in USD so that you can, because a lot of people you watch me from USA, Canada, Trinidad, and everywhere. But when I will mention the amount of money on dollar, it will be easier for you to Google to your normal currency. So it was like, when I'll be coming, I'll be just giving you the money. Just per day, I'll be paying you every day. When you sleep here, I'll be paying you. So the first day when I slept there, guiding that place, he gave me 10,000. And I was like, okay, if I can stay and get 10,000 every day, so per month, I'll be having 300,000 Tanzania shillings, more than 100 USD, around 100 and 100 and maybe 30 USD, around there. Yeah, so that's a good salary. I was happy. So that day I didn't have the bed sheet, and for sure I knew when I was coming at this time, I knew I would sign the contract, and things changed. If you didn't listen to if you didn't watch part 1, you need to watch part 1. So this guy, first day he paid me very well, 10,000, and in the morning I started working there with those mason working there. In the evening I get 15,000 Tanzanian shillings, so I could make 25,000 shillings per day. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is good. I could make 10 USD per day. So that was just a good money for me. I was like, I'm ready. So the first day when he saw me, I had this because the mosquito at night they celebrated because I was there without a net or without a bed sheet, so they enjoyed that night. So when he saw me, he was like, hey, what's wrong with your hands? I told him, oh, the mosquito, they had a celebration last night. So he was like, okay. He went home. I went with him with his car. So, and he gave me the curtain. Was the curtain like this one here? So he gave me, he said, so when you are there, you can just cover yourself with this curtain. And I was okay. So he brought iron sheet on that day. So I used to sleep on the iron. When I feel like I want to sleep, I could sleep on the iron sheets, so that anyone who will come to to steal the iron sheets, because I used to value the iron sheets, because I didn't want to mess up with him, and I wanted no thief can maybe steal his iron sheet. So I used to sleep on the iron sheet, so that if anyone would try to steal the iron sheet, he would pull also me. So I'd wake up and chase him away. So that was my trick. Remember, I didn't have any experience on maybe becoming a security guard somewhere. This was my first time. So I could sleep on the iron sheets at night and wake up, because the mosquito, oh my goodness, those days, hey, they could bite me and have those marks on my skin that I say it was very bad for me. So life went. I bought a mattress. When I bought a mattress, the day I was going to buy a mattress, that guy said he has also the bed. So this guy, I had 120,000 shillings, 120,000 shillings, Tanzanian shillings, so around 50 USD. So that guy, he said I needed to have 150 Tanzanian shillings. Hey, is that correct? 150,000 Tanzanian shillings, around around 60 USD. Yeah, around 60. He needed 60 USD, but I had around 50 USD. So my boss said, hey, that guy, if he's selling with that price, that is a good deal. So I will add you that 20,000 to have I will add around 20,000 Tanzania shillings, so that I can have that amount of money. So I agreed. I was like, hey, this is the boss now. The boss just helping you to buy the mattress and the bed. I was so excited. So he paid that, he gave me that 20,000, and I added my money. I bought that mattress and the bed. So I was like, okay. And at that time they already done the roofing of that house, and then he just put those grills on windows, doors, so I could sleep inside. But I cleaned one room. Just I put those paper bags on the windows, so that someone cannot maybe peep inside to see what is in that house. The house was still under construction, no plaster, no floor those days. So, and I had the bed. I just worked hard. I bought the carpet, and I gave him the money. He brought me the carpet. I did the job. I bought the TV, and I bought the TV. He gave me the antenna to just catch the signal and watch maybe the TV, those different channels to watch the news, something like that. So he gave me the antenna. So life went. He completed his house, and there I was working hard, cleaning. But in the middle, sometimes he couldn't pay me, because he said I was staying at his place, you know. He said, now you have the bed and you are using one room. Remember that this house was under construction, and me, I just took the advantage of that. I'm just guiding there, let me buy the bed. So he was like, no, sometimes I will not be paying you because you are staying here, so you just do the work with those mason, and I'll be just paying you just like that. So I was okay, it's a good deal, let me continue doing the job. So sometimes he could give me money, sometimes not. But I was okay with that. I was okay. I was very okay. My heart was just okay with that, because I had already the bed. I bought the gas cooker at that time. So I was just happy with the life, because my life is changing. You know, you have the bed, you have the TV, you have the carpet down, and you have. So I was just happy with the life. And he completed his house. When he completed his house, he was still living at Bahar Beach, and the house was at Madale. So he told me, you needed to stay there. I'm not planning to to enter that house very soon, so you can stay there, and I want to open the business, the restaurant. So you just, because you are a good person, I give you the management of that restaurant. I was okay, and that another deal. So, and I will pay you good money. So we went and we agreed he'll be paying me per month eight thousand Tanzanian shillings. 80,000. What he told us, it was like, this is his new business to him, and he don't know if he will be able to get back his money when you invest in that business. So he said he'll be maybe adding the salary when the business will be doing well, because he invested a lot of money. And for me, I could see that for sure he was spending a lot of money constructing that, just renovating that place, where the restaurant, where he just opened that restaurant. So I was like, it's okay, let me do the job, pay me that money. If you'll be adding for me, then I will be okay. And then I had already everything in my room. That room was, I had the bench, nice bench, I decorated very well. I had bags there with my clothes, and I had the TV with nice bed sheets. So I was happy with the life. I was like, now my life is changing. I could send some few money at home, helping my mom just to support my young brother and sister. So I was happy with the life. I was like, I'm in a good move. So life went to, he opened the restaurant, and I was there as other supervisor. I could, he gave me just the authority, I can say the authority, yeah, to do the interview for those who are coming to work at the restaurant. So I was like, hey, this is a good boss now, and where we are going. He was like, you are now my brother, so just do everything very well in my life. I will support you in your life, and I will support your music career. I was like, this is the guy. So we worked there. I did the job very well. I couldn't even sleep. I could sleep only 2 hours, because I have to cross the stock and open the stock. You know, when you cross the stock, you have to write everything left, and you have to, early in the morning, you have to open the fridge and count everything and show the chef that you left with you have to open the stock. For those who are doing maybe in the restaurant, they know those things. You have to open the stock, and you have to go to the market to buy. Maybe you have to write those things that now we don't have, maybe vegetables, we don't have meat, we don't have spices, different spices, we need this, we need that. So I could do that. So I have to sleep late and wake up earlier. I could sleep almost 2 hours, and I used to sleep at the restaurant. I used to sleep there, because I thought, like, if I would go back home, I couldn't come back. So I worked very hard. So one day, and still I was going to church. So one day, his friends told him, like, hey boss, this restaurant, you have a lot of customers, so why don't you put alcohol in here and just sell alcohol and stuff like that. So remember, at church, okay, I invited him, this boss, I invited him at church. He used to go even at my church, because I am the one who invited him. He could go there, we could worship together. You know, the joy of just inviting your boss to church, and that he decided that this will be his church, he'll be going there. So we had a good connection, me and him. So these people, they told me that he need to have alcohol in that restaurant, and a lot of church members, they used to come there to eat there. So one day we were talking with this boss about the business, how the business is doing, and then I told my boss, like, so he was asking me what is going on in our business, where we can improve in our business. And so as we were talking, I just felt like, let me tell him if maybe he can change me the position I had, because we were selling alcohol and our church members were coming there to eat, and for us we are just there, we are selling alcohol. They could feel like maybe we are pretenders. We look like we are born again at church. We are playing to, we are just believing in God, and then we are selling alcohol. So I told him like maybe if he can give me another position, maybe to his business. So he was like, no, Datius, you can't tell me maybe I should give you another business. You have to do this job, and right now I have to chase you. You have to move from my house from today. Stop the job, and then you have to leave this place. Just like that, that guy, he changed. I couldn't believe, because I thought we had a normal talk, me and him, and the business was doing very well. I was supervising everything very well. It was doing very well. We could just make 1 million per day. I was supervising very well. The business was doing very well, but at the end, later on, the business collapsed. When I wasn't there at that time, but when he said that, he said like, you're staying at my home, so you have to leave that place from tomorrow. He said tomorrow you have to leave the place, and from today you don't need to work here at my restaurant. I was like, eh. And since then, when I discovered that anyone can change anytime, any day, yeah. So I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that person, he changed just like that. So I accepted that maybe because he have said that I should leave the job, and I didn't believe that it was him doing that for sure that day. So the following day, we went to his house, and when I reached there, when I was just I started to dismantle the bed so that I can maybe get the truck and shift my stuff in there. He said I should not take anything from his house, because the time I was staying in his house, I was not paying the rent. And remember, we agreed I will be guiding his house, and so he said, you have me not paying the rent here, so I will take your stuff so that I can compensate the rent in my house. And we didn't agree that on the beginning, because on the beginning I started as a as a watchman, a person guiding his construction site. So I was surprised, and at that time I had small savings. The thing I left with in his house was just clothes and one box of grass, in his house. That's how I left his house. And at that time I was crying. I was like, man, I tried my level best to buy this stuff in here, and then you are taking all of them, that because I didn't pay. So I was just, my heart, I felt so bad to lose everything just like that. Things I worked hard for them, and they took them just like that. So, and he was his wife, the wife could just see, and she couldn't even maybe advise him. So we left his house. So he asked me, where are you going right now? I told him I'm going to Bar Beach, because I will figure out what to do, but I want to go to Bar Beach so that I can get maybe a guest house, and then I will stay there and figure out what to do. So we left his house. So when we reached to Bahar Beach, we were at a junction where there is a lot of people, border guys there. So he opened the door. Datius, get out of my car. Then he changed again. He was like, hey, what's going on in his mind? Get out of my car. Go and I don't want to see you again. So everyone there at the junction was wondering what's going on with this boy. So he left me there. So after that, when he dropped me there, I called my mentor, who is I can say this Rizwa Shuka is like my life mentor, my life coach, my life mentor. Yeah, she have been guiding me, advising me a lot of stuff since I met her, and since I decided to be born again. She have been a blessing in my life. I've been a blessing in my life. I don't know how to explain this, but she have been a blessing in my life. So I called her like, okay, now you have dropped me here at Bahar Beach, so I'm going to the hotel and then I'll figure out what to do. She said, no, 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 I talked to pastor. So pastor, he said, if he will chase you from his house, he said, just go at church and then you will talk with the pastor and then you'll just know what to do. So even me, I called pastor. When I called pastor, his assistant, he picked the call, who is now is a Pastor Faxed Tutuba. So when he picked the call, he said pastor he has an appointment with other people, so he said, before you go anywhere, just come here at church, he want to talk with you. So I went to church. When I reached there, I met pastor. He said, Datius, don't worry, things like that, they really happened, and I've been a pastor, I've been seeing a lot of people, things happens to other people, but I will also talk with that guy and know what happened, and we will know what to do. And then this Pastor Faxa Tutuba, he said, so they asked him, what is your plan? I told them I will just look for a job, but right now I want to go to the guest house, and then the following day I will know what to do, and I will start looking for a room because I have some few savings. So Pastor Fax had said, no, I talked to my wife, we will just right now, let's go, I will go with you, you'll stay at my home as you'll be looking for your job, so that you'll not be spending a lot of money on paying for a fare if you'll be staying far from your job. So you need to stay at my home, look for a job. When you get the job, you'll just get the room near to your job, very close to your job, so that you will not be spending a lot of money going to your job, paying for the fare. So for sure, Pastor Faxad Tutuba, God bless you abundantly, you and your wife. You touched my life, because those days I stayed at your home. I thought I could stay maybe in 1 month I would be able to get a job, but I stayed several months at your place, sleeping very well, eating very well. You taught me a lot of stuff, and at that time my faith grew up, because this Pastor Faxad and his wife, they could guide me about teaching me about God. For sure, my faith grew up. I came to know a lot about God more and more. So they have been a blessing in my life. So, and as I was struggling to look for a job, this guy who was a garden boy at our church, he wasn't doing well his job. So they told me, we are looking for a person who can work, who can replace this garden boy at church. So I was like, hey, I'm staying here and I don't have job, and you're looking for a garden boy. I told them I am ready to do the job, and they knew me as an electrician. But at that church said, right now we don't need to employ an electrician, we need a garden boy. I told them I'm ready to do the job as a garden boy, so please give me the job. So they gave me the job, and they said, you'll be working as a garden boy, but when we have the electrical issues, you'll be doing the job, because I was already doing the electrical job at this church. So I went there, I started doing the job as a garden boy. I'm telling you, I was working hard, and I did the best when I was working there. I found the garden was very dry, but I did the best to make sure the garden turned into green in a dry season here at Dar es Salaam. I was working day and night. People, they can testify of those church members. You can comment there down below if you're a church member watching this. Yeah, I used to work there day and night. I was working, true story, I was working that day and night. So I did my job very well, and then on 2018, yeah, I started also doing groundnuts farming, because the money I was getting there, I was like, maybe I should do something so that I can get a good income. So I contacted someone in Dodoma, and he helped me to look for a farm, 10 hectares, and I rented 10 hectares to do groundnuts farming. So when I started the process of farming, of preparing those farms, I couldn't manage to plant 10 acres. I planted 7 acres, and then I did that business. After I did that, after I planted those granules, when I went for the harvest, the that farming business didn't do well, and I came back at Dar es Salaam. And when I came back at Dar es Salaam, the price of granules was thus very low. So I was selling those granules in Kariakoo, me alone. Yeah, I went at Kariakoo and I was selling granules around at Kariakoo, hawking at Kariakoo, selling granules. I could make maybe 15,000 per day, which is around 8 US, 6 USD per day selling the granules. And right now I got a customer who bought all the granules, and when I got the money, I rented the room, and I went for school driving. When I went for driving school, is when I got my license. So yeah, and I've been driving here at Dar es Salaam. You saw me driving my friend's car. Yeah, I have a good experience, and I'm one of the best driver. Yeah, I've been driving for a long time here at Dar es Salaam, and I'm one of the best driver. So my life, when I came back at Dar es Salaam, I wasn't doing from the farm, I wasn't doing the job anymore at my church. So I started hustling the streets, looking for these electrical jobs, doing here and there, but I wasn't employed. So I was just going to the construction sites, looking for electrical jobs and working. Later on, my friend gave me the car to work as an Uber driver, a Bolt driver. Those days we had Bolt and Uber. So those days we used to call it Taxify. So I started being a driver at Dar es Salaam, but the business wasn't good also. And then we shifted. Even we talked to the owner of the car that even him, he could see the business wasn't doing very well. So I turned into the street. I did forex. I became also a forex trader. Yeah, I'm one of the best forex trader. Okay, right now I'm not doing forex because forex is another story. I will not talk it up here. I will not talk much about forex, but yeah, I know forex. I know how to analyze the market. I know how to trade. I know how to analyze those currencies and indices. I'm the best in forex market. Yeah, I know how to do forex, but I will be back in forex, I think, when I'll be at least financially stable. Maybe in YouTube, when YouTube will pay me well in the near future, maybe I'll be back to forex trading. For those who don't know, forex is foreign exchange. Yeah, it's just an online market. So yeah, later on, and those days I was also doing this we call I was doing gospel music. So as I was doing gospel music on 2022, I lost my album. 2022, I lost my album. I don't want to make this video longer, and right now I want to introduce another song. So the story about how I lost my album and how my gospel music career died, I will explain in part 3. But right now, let me introduce to you this new song called Assu. This is one of the best songs. I'm telling you, you will enjoy this. I'm telling you guys, you'll enjoy this. This is one of the best songs I made long time ago, many years ago. So, but it is called Assu. So right now, I'm introducing to you this song. So let's listen to this song a bit, and the link is here down on the description, so you need to click the link and it will take you direct to that song. Listen to that song of your enjoy and smash this like button here down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We are going to the top, guys. We are going to the top, and tomorrow I release part 3 and another song, so you don't need to miss this. So listen to this, as this is a new banger.
Uvumilivu, subira, upendo, heshima na utulivu, hasira weka kando. Kuna mengi utasikia na mengi utaambiwa, chumvi wataongezea unione kinya. Watasema mimi na wenyota haziendani tena, wala hatufani maneno kontena, watajaza iwe tafarani. Malani natoka na furani, hey, zako bashasha ma African beauty. Dini me fall in love, shakolea sweet unavyonikosha, tamtele kisogoni. Assu, ayo maumileko, yananipendeza rohoni. Assu,
yes, so right there, yes, that was Assu. So guys, for this series, I think we have part 3 where we complete this story and give you another content back to back. So consider subscribing, like and share, and I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Also leave a sweet comment here down below. I really appreciate your support, guys. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Go and listen to this song, you'll enjoy. This is Assu. I go by the name of the Datius here on my YouTube channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram as the Datius. I love you guys.